Marist. On the other side, Matt Kilkeary. Both of those two were the MVPs of their conference tournaments. And then on the other side, you talk about the offense. Both of their offensive firepowers are led by their conference's players of the years. On the one side for Marist, Jojo Pareka. And then on the other side, it's Ty Kurtz as Marist opens up with the face-off win. And the Red Foxes will start off their offense.
Gills, Delaware's all-time goals leading scorer. Look out.
Here we go. Off the bump. Here he is again. They go Fogo to Ty Kurtz. It's 2-0, just like that.
Wouldn't even let me finish the sentence before he got another one on the board. The righty sharpshooter came into this game struggling a little bit with his shooting stroke since Delaware's final regular season game versus Towson. Hadn't quite been putting up the numbers that he's used to. But obviously, big-time players step up in big-time games, and Kurtz is off to a hot start tonight.
And you mentioned face-offs being a big area of contention between these two sides, and you saw the big factor there as it was Roland Hockenberry who won the face-off and then had the assist on the Ty Kurtz second goal, and he's able to fight back and win the face-off for the Blue Hens in just over 3 minutes of action. They have jumped all over Marist right now, and the Red Foxes, who came into today on a heater themselves, 6 straight wins, but it's been all
into Luca. Not probably how you draw up that defensive execution there.
No, DeLuca's a big defensive guy as well, so Premtaj loses his stick and possession. And they're going to say a violation against the Blue Hens.
Yeah, that's going to be delay of game, right? Got his stick de-twigged with the ball still in it. Just a scramble situation where the defense kind of gets out of whack. They maybe start leaking upfield. That's exactly what happened to Delaware there. Pareka picks up a ground ball, eyes up, and then it's DC on the low to high finish.
Now it's 10 straight games, I should say, for DC with a goal. His 22nd goal of that streak. It's the sophomore from Port Jefferson Station, New York. Has really started to pick things up as Marist has gone through this season.
Logan Premtaj there with a big face-off.
Ward back-to-back years as a first-team all-conference selection. They go back to Premtaj in the face-off to the Blue Hens. Coming away with it, though, it's Dylan Bedell. It was an even 500 in the face-off circle this year, 152 wins. He had a season-high 30 wins against Quinnipiac in the quarterfinal. That saw 50 total face-offs in that. And it looks like Owen Grant was trying to get back in time. You could see him take a half step backwards as Pareka picks it up. Now here is Owen Grant fending off a couple defenders. And Robinson.
Time he finishes 5-hole, right? Earlier in the game, he put that one in the top left. Now he brings it down low, right? Great shooters change up locations on their shot. You saw why Robinson's one of the best.
Yeah, Robinson missed 5 games earlier this season, got injured against Mount St. Mary's. And the Blue Hens actually lost.
Mentioned that attack unit, right? And then defensively doing a nice job pressuring Marist. Marist, 2 of their 3 goals have come off of kind of scramble situations. So for them, you kind of want to make this game as ugly as possible, right? You want to be sharp in clearing and lack of turnovers, but offensively, right? Rebound goals, right? Goals off the ride backs, transition, right? That's how you're going to score, right? Hopefully 11, 12 goals and be able to upset Delaware tonight.
And 2 goals for the Marist Red Foxes, 1 from DC, 1 from Lions, the third from...
Read it this time, he brings it back up top shelf, and you're kind of seeing Mike Robinson's range of shooting on display tonight.
Hat trick for Robinson early in this second quarter. He's now up to 26 goals on this season. It's good for 3rd on the squad. Had he not missed those 5 games, he definitely would have put as well. That's high efficiency.
That's right.
Another great win for the Blue Hens. They have really been on fire in these faceoffs. That's now 7 of the 12 for the Blue Hens in that category. The game they've dominated statistically so far, and they lead by...
And scoring ability of Wisnauskas, and I love how he's able to turn the corner with both hands. You saw him score earlier with his right hand. All right, this one was right-handed as well, but he's not afraid to go to that left, J.P. Ward. But really nice take there.
Logan Premtaj, another face-off win. Blue Hens now have won 9 of 14 face.
Middle of the field, and you know you have an outlet right in front of you, and that outlet is Delaware's all-time leading goal scorer with his third of the evening.
And it looked like when Powers looked over to that far side, J.P. Ward was standing there. He brought 2 defenders over to him, and that really freed up the alleyway for Ty Kurtz to finish it off.
Yep, just that's smart lacrosse, right? If you want to become a good feeder, right, utilize a lot of things. Your foot 42, Jojo Pareca, number 10, Jamison Embury, right? But this team they will not give up. That is one thing about Marist and this unit, right? They started the season 0-4. Were able to rally, win their conference. There's going to be no quitting these guys.
Yeah, Pareca right now has 2 assists. Jamison Embury just has 2 shots, does not have a point so far.
Watch out.
There's one in front, though. And that's Dylan Bedell off the face-off. That's perhaps a momentum boost for the Red Foxes. Won the face-off, something they haven't done lately, but also get a quick goal out of it.
Yeah, it's got to be a confidence booster for Bedell there. And this is how you beat pressure. You attack pressure with pressure. All right, really nice job of getting the ball up and out there off the face-off. And then Bedell right down Main Street. No slide, right? You don't want to slide up off the attackman to give them a dunk. And Bedell able to make them pay.
9-5 this score now. 5:18 left in this first half. Another win for the Blue Hens. As Premtaj will exit.
Jason Kohler, Clay Miller, Accioni, these guys are all so skilled, right? They kind of they work really, really well together, and they mesh really well with this dynamic attack to create a very balanced offense for Delaware.
And Deja
situations because he'll put the ball in the back of the net.
And Kohler's been a great addition to this Blue Hens squad. Last year, 11 games played, scored just 5 total points as a freshman. But now here he is. He started the last 15 games. And with that assist, he's up to 29 points. Good for 4th on this Delaware squad. It seems to get contributions from just about anybody who steps into the offensive zone.
No doubt. You look down the list, right? Kurtz, Ward, Robinson are able to finish with the quick stick.
22nd goal of the season for Jason Kohler. And that's a win for the Red Foxes and a turnover right back. And it's been that kind of game. And we've said before that the Red Foxes,
that's just, tic-tac-toe offense for Delaware.
I mean, Kurt's not known as a feeder as he has assist number 101 in his career. 5th all-time in University of Delaware history in that category.
All right,
he is known for his goal scoring more than his distributing.
Yeah, I'll give it to him. He can feed. He's a crafty lacrosse player. He's very smart.
He's got a couple of assists today. He was also drafted in the PLL. He was the first pick in the 3rd round as he joins the Chaos, the professional team. Not
galore on that offensive side of the field.
17 goals on the season now for Jessen. That is a new season high for the senior. And he also has a goal in his last 8 games. Red Foxes with 10 seconds before halftime, trying to get something back in their favor. 5 seconds now. Pass over to the far side.
Getting ground balls. Kilkiri's been solid in the cage as usual, right? In the combination of Premtaj and Hockenberry at the X have been successful tonight.
And we thought Marist was peaking offensively. 29 goals in the Metro Atlantic quarterfinal, 19 in the semifinal. They won the final against Siena 12-7. But they win the first faceoff to begin this second half. And for Marist, it's as simple as putting that round white ball in the back.
They don't get easier than that. 5 yards. Shoot it as hard as you can. Hope it goes in.
Yeah, Embury a part of that 2019 class for Marist, who won the Metro Atlantic that season. And it felt like the program was going to be on the rise, but Obviously, 2020 with COVID, season cut short. 2021, they played even fewer games than 2020 as the program had
the time. Move your feet towards the pass. You want to meet the ball. He's able to change levels on his shot, shoot high to low. That's a tough read for O'Meara in the cage.
So man-up goal for the Blue Hens as they were coming into today just shy of 500 in those opportunities. Marist with an early shot.
Marist able to take advantage of that. Good read and a great low to high shot.
And a win off the ensuing face-off. Almost turned it back over. Did the Blue Hens in a bad area.
Scoring is so small. You've got to put the lacrosse ball in the size of like a coffee can. So the closer you can get to the goal, being deceptive with your head, shoulders, making the goalie move. Accioni skill set on display there on that man-up goal.
That's the second man-up goal for Accioni today. That now puts him with 6 of it, but didn't quite get all of it.
Yeah, those are the hardest as a goalie, right? If it hits off your leg or you get a piece of it, right? And the box score doesn't tell that story, right? It'll just show one goal. And here goes Delaware again. Look out. Trailer for Grant. Wow, that is pretty lacrosse, folks. Kurtz to Grant to Ward. All the heavy hitters getting involved. That's what makes Owen Grant so special, his ability to handle in transition.
And it is pretty lacrosse and unselfish as well. We've seen Owen Grant inch forward and press forward, that he's wanting some action on the offensive end, whether it's shooting. This time he gives it up to the backdoor goal for the Blue Hens. 18-7 now. Blue Hens are creeping up on their season high for goals.
Yeah, he got his point, and we'll see if he crosses the midfield line anymore tonight or he's okay with just an assist. He had a goal in the CAA championship game. And in the professional level, he would have been hovering around the on that cut and a really clean finish. Robinson's 5th tonight.
5 goals, now up to 28 on the season. And Robinson, like Ty Kurtz, was moving up the leaderboards in the Delaware program.
Off of this turf. Very tough for the goalies to read.
20 goals now for the Blue Hens. That is a new season high for the Blue Hens.
Ward there just come up the hash with his left hand. Right, we talked about his two-handedness as a quarterback player, just so impressive. But yes, Matt, back to your point, that Hopkins loss was really the loss that we actually met with Coach DeLuca, because I called their following game versus Hofstra, and he was hot and bothered on that call. They had a lot of failed clears. They were really sloppy. It was a game he felt like they could have won, and they kind of let it get away from that. They're just so easy to read as a ball carrier. And Jessen stepping to the ball, meeting the ball, and then burying one near side for Delaware's 22nd goal.
Nearly the end of the third quarter. Blue Hens out.
And I'm glad referee, right, put both of them in the box or neither of them, right? That's, the right call there by the officials. So we'll be 5-on-5.
Yeah, both going at it, and Marist off the draw. Coming forward and almost finishing it off. 6 seconds into 11th man-up goal allowed by the Blue Hens defense this season. To check that 12th, Marist is now 2 for 2 on their man-up opportunities. Blue Hens allowing just about a goal on a 25% clip defensively.
And they locked that penalty in, so you can see Marist is man up still, even after the goal has been scored.
And I believe now the time has run out.
Yep.
On that penalty. So now full strength for the Blue Hens. But Marist won off 7 goals today. Now puts him at 30 for this season.
And it just solidifies, again, my belief that this is the most balanced attack and complete attack maybe in the country. I don't think there's one or two other attack units, maybe that could compare. Maybe Duke and Virginia, but Delaware has balance. They have a quarterback in J.P. Ward. They got a lefty slasher in Robinson, and they got the all-time leading goal and point scorer here at Delaware in Ty Kurtz. So able to hit you in a multitude of different angles. It's been a lot of Robinson tonight.
Well, Ward and Kurtz are the highest scoring teammates in Division I men's lacrosse. 152 points coming into today. Each had 76. Another opening round victory. This would be back-to-back seasons for the Blue Hens. It would also be win number 6 in the NCAA tournament in program history, as they will not win the draw out of the timeouts. Head coach Ben DeLuca 2-1 at the Blue Hens, in charge in the NCAA tournament. He's got a little bit of familiar flair down in Durham. Was an assistant at Duke in 2014 when they won a national championship.
A little bit of history there, yeah, with head coach John Danowski at kudos to you, Ty.
So subs on the field everywhere except for goal. Looks like Kilcarry is still manning between the pipes right now. And we will keep an eye on him if he is waiting to go out or not. Meanwhile, the Blue Hens second through.
Incredible skill.
UVA and Richmond making an all-Commonwealth first game on the 13th. Then we flip it over to Notre Dame and Utah.
Shout out his stick and just excellent placement on that shot.
Final game on Saturday, Maryland taking on Army West Point. And then we move to Sunday's affairs. Johns Hopkins taking on Bryant. Cornell against Michigan. Georgetown against Yale. Penn State against Princeton. With Duke